What's going on, family? Welcome back to our real estate channel where we talk about money, finance, and the Carolinas. And today we're going to dive into some fresh, hot off the press data that will give you the edge when you're talking with your friends about the Charlotte real estate market. Let's talk about the Charlotte region's home sale for February 2024. Now, this is your March 2024 update, but we look a month in arrears. Let's jump into it. Now, according to our friends over at Canopy MLS, home sales rose an impressive 26.7% compared to January 2024. Home sales, not home prices, don't get it confused. That's a whopping 2,800 homes changing hands in just 1 month. That's the highest gain since June 2021. And to put things in perspective, 30-year fixed mortgage rates during May and June of 2021 were just over 3%. Now, when homes sold in February, they probably were looking at January interest rates they locked in. They were under 7%. Most of them were in the sixes. So interest rates doubled during that time, but this is the most home sales in 1 month since 2021. And now when we're talking about the Charlotte region, we're talking about the 16 counties that Charlotte is in and that's around Charlotte. Now, we're not just looking at homes. We're taking into account single-family homes, condos, and townhouses. And guess what? Buyer demand is not slowing down, regardless of what you may be hearing in the news or the media. In fact, buyer demand has risen for 3 consecutive months by 4.6% year over year. Now, if you're wondering, what are the most popular areas for buyers in the greater Charlotte region? Well, look no further than Matthews and Waxhaw, with listings receiving an average of 9.3 and 8.6 showings per listing. So if you're a homeowner in Matthews or Waxhaw, please reach out to me because we can put your property in the best position and get you the most money. In fact, I had a client list their home in January in Waxhaw, and it was well over the median sales price. It was over $800,000, and we got several above asking offers and was able to close on it for over the sales price, and we went under contract in less than 5 days. So again, I have to repeat myself. Regardless of what the news or media may be portraying, you have to be keenly aware of what's happening in your locales because every housing market is different and every location is different. Reach out to me so we can put you in the best position, depending on your home and your location, to get your home to sell for the most money or to put you in the best position to buy and try to beat out the competition. Reach out to me. Now, let's not forget about Mecklenburg County and Charlotte proper. Both of those scored high with an average of 7.5 and 7.6 showings per listing as well. Now, in this video, you will hear me talk about the lack of supply, but you have to take that with a grain of salt. I have to give it up for our sellers because our sellers have been bringing supply to the market. It's just not enough. In February, sellers put up 4,100 new listings for sale. That's a solid 19.7% increase compared to last year. But even with this surge, supply remains tight, and I'll talk about that in just a second. Now, Charisma Sutherland, the 2024 president of Canopy Realtor Association, which is the Canopy MLS, sums it up perfectly. She says buyers took advantage of the lower rates and continue to signal their desire to live in Charlotte and Mecklenburg County. You see, in January and early February, rates decreased and were in the 6%. Now, right now, I'm filming this in early to mid-March, and rates are above 7%. So the key takeaway from this is stay ready so you don't have to get ready. If you're looking to buy and are ready to buy and have everything aligned, when rates come down, you can go in, get something under contract, and lock in that lower interest rate, as opposed to trying to get everything together, trying to hurry up and find something when rates come down. Then you might miss the ship altogether. Inventory for Mecklenburg County in February showed 1,500 homes for sale, and in Charlotte, there's just over 1,200 homes for sale. Not exactly a buffet of options. Now, for reference, when you contrast today's inventory compared to the inventory back during the same time period in 2019, in Mecklenburg County, there was just over 4,100 homes for sale, and in Charlotte, there was 1,500 homes for sale. And back then we were talking about it being a tight housing market and a seller's market. Well, inventory is significantly less now. But don't let those numbers get you down, because the inventory for single family homes is up by 6.1% year over year, with homes priced between $300,000 and $500,000 seeing an increase in listings. Now, why is that important? Because the majority of home buyers can fit right in that sweet spot, between $300,000 and $500,000. So it's a good thing that homes in that price point are coming to the market in a sort of steady fashion, although we still need more. And if you're looking for condos and townhouses, the inventory is still strong and growing because there's a lot of new construction, especially townhomes, coming to the market in the greater Charlotte area. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room: prices. Yes, they're up, and they're not up by just a little. The median sales price saw an 8.5 year-over-year jump to $385,000, while the average sales price climbed 11% to a staggering $466,000. So those of you that waited to buy a home when rates were 3%, 4%, and 5% because you thought there would be a housing crash, I'm sorry to tell you, real estate is hyper-local. And in the Charlotte market, there's much more demand than there is supply, and home prices keep going up. So if somebody told you there was going to be a crash in the housing market here in the Charlotte area, they misled you. And sellers right now are cashing in, getting 96.6% of their original list price. So if you're thinking about selling, please give my team and I a call, because you can really cash in on your home equity right now. So sellers right now are making out like bandits. But what does that mean for our brave buyers out there? Well, the president of Canopy MLS has a word of advice to you buyers out there. She says, prepare for increased competition, price hikes, and potential multiple offer situations. And I have to agree with her, because depending on the location and the budget that you're in, there will be stiff competition as we head into March, April, May, June, the prime buying season, because there's just not enough inventory on the market for the demand that is present and coming. To you buyers out there, please avail yourself of a competent, actually more than competent buyer's agent, because a professional, expert buyer's agent can put you in position to get your offer seen and accepted, even if your offer may not be the top price one. How is that possible? Well, there's ways in which you can make an offer attractive, even though you may not be the highest priced offer. It's sort of like having a cheat code when you're going to look for a home. So we are in dire need of more housing inventory stock in the region as a whole. And this may come with the push by Congress of H.R. 1321, the More Homes on the Market Act. And if this bill passes, it will bring a shift to the market by adding more inventory. But Biden's proposed $10K tax credit to first-time home buyers and the Biden budget to build 2 million more housing units will both have opposing impacts on the housing market. Subscribe and hit that bell icon for news and updates regarding the housing market, personal finance, and the Carolinas. I'm Sir Ashley, your real estate advisor. Talk soon.